Reason Gaming and exceL-Infused. Pistol round coming into B. Reason on the CT side. A full Kevlar buy-ups. There's actually a raid boss for exceL-Infused. Double flash smoke from Dansky and a flash coming in from Eccles as well. So, T side, looks like they got a bit of a strategy going into this next one. Limited Kevlar though, can be a bit of a risk depending on how they play this one out. Mostly down a corner to get those frags, but we'll see where they go. It looks like it might just be a simple execution in towards the A site here. More than likely than anything else in towards the apps area. And actually, Corner does spot out Cray. Takes that first challenge. They're going to realise it is raid boss set up. And
where'd that smoke go?
Right back out. Smoke out from the balcony. Cray still tapping away. Going to get blinded off, but not going to find anything now. They'll swarm the site. They'll get the bomb down. And Hoodlum will be the first man to fall. Indeed, Cinder also going to go down. Cray still working out from the pit area. Karma comes in for the retake. And now it's a 3 versus 3. Decent shout for Reason Gaming. They still haven't dealt with Cray. They still haven't dealt with the man towards the back lines. And now Karma can land some serious heads. Oh my god, Karma and Cray. Now Eccles all alone. And he's going to be falling as well. 2 men set themselves up for the retake. They shut them down for the pistol.
Well, I think that we've seen some of the problems with the mixed team there. exceL-Infused obviously had a game plan going into this round. The smoke was perfect. It allowed them to burst onto the A site. However, when they actually got that bomb down, they kind of struggled. They didn't really have an exit strategy. And not taking care of Cray, who was a real nuisance playing in pit. He was down there for like a considerable amount of time, longer than he definitely should have been. I would have liked them to see, I would have liked to see them actually put 2 of their Glocks down into pit to dispose of him.
exceL-Infused, of course, with that bomb plant puts them in decent stead for the economy right here. No HP on MCK and Corner, so exceL-Infused. In a bit of a bad spot, but I think they're not going to be worrying about this roundup too much. And Thomas, as a result, is just going to exploit it by taking as many kills as he can in this case. Cinder and Co. now moving on through. Eccles, lone man alive, 1v5. Not going to win it. I mean, what really were you expecting against the exceL-Infused side? You know, full eco, that's what's going to happen. They mostly want to buy up into this round with the rifles, with the utility, and with the helmets and Kevlar.
2 kills on that MP7 as well, MP9, sorry. So that's already paid for itself. He can upgrade it now if he wants. I don't know. I would definitely like Thomas to be upgrading this SMG. I don't think that it has any advantages above AK-47s. I think that this is quite a bad mistake. And that smoke God, as well. That is literally one that a T would throw if they were coming in. Oh, the MP9 raining through pistols out as well as it's actually going to be a quad kill. Every single kill coming in for Thomas. Absolute annihilation. I was criticizing it, but he might get an ace off the back of it. Every single kill for Thomas, and he didn't even use any utility. What a cheap round.
Very nicely done from Thomas, as well as that most of those kills came in on his SMG. Look at his money, it's totally bolstered. Reason Gaming are sitting so well in this one on such an early start. exceL-Infused. I'm going to be feeling a little bit crushed after that. Banana push just went so horribly wrong there. And now Reason will try and roll their way onto yet a 4th at this point in time. 3 AKs recovered as well for the CT side. They are looking so well, so early on this matchup. And, well, exceL-Infused. Another eco. They can't really go into this one that much at all.
That is a round not to be excused. exceL-Infused looking to try and actually do some decent damage now. MCK finds a kill, but I don't think that they're really looking at even getting into this bomb site, especially with Karma there. He has got an AWP, so he could be overrun, and with the M4 in Luz's hand, can do damage since he's got a lot of health, but no armor. The tagging is going to be a real problem for him, and Thomas is just holding his ground, peeking and taking all 3 kills there. It wasn't with an SMG this time, so no massive bank on him. But $13,000 before we even get into the real nitty-gritty of the half. Like, Reason are set up for a great CT side, and this is a real problem for exceL-Infused. We just saw a really poor CT side from them, so they're going to be wanting to post some decent numbers on their T side here.
AWP's out for both sides. Lazar looking for whatever he can, as does Karma. And it actually will be Lazar that opens things up onto Cinder. 5v4 situation. Bomb out towards top of mid. exceL-Infused taking themselves as much aggressive liberties as they can in the mid and the apartments area. Mostly just out towards that A site. Looks like it will just be the early pushes coming on through. potentially execution that could come in from Reason, or against the Reason Gaming side. They've already lost Cinder, so great start, of course, from the AWP of Luzza. Reset back to passive angles. They are going to see some utility come in, try to see if they can hold things back. So, minute to go. Hoodlum and Cray.
Yeah, a little bit of time bought for exceL-Infused as well. As they're going for this push, they do need to get a couple of other frags coming onto this site. Maybe actually misplacing the bomb, deciding that they actually need that to plant on the bomb site. It seems like a really scrappy push from exceL. They don't really seem to know what they're quite doing. It seems very, very disjointed. With Luzza's AWP, which hasn't actually been spotted just yet. He does get flashed out, but there's no peek behind it to punish. Luzza could definitely prove a real problem as he pushes into this site, but he's going to be the man to hold the flank instead and going to get taken down by Hoodlum, who in turn dies. exceL with a great push onto this site now, 3v2, and I don't think the Reason have to save at this point. Obviously, they've got so much money, but they're going to go for this one anyway. Karma trying to peek into this site. If he can land a shot quickly, that would be of the essence, but I don't think the exceL-Infused are going to give it to him, playing extremely passively on this site, and they've got the crossfires already assumed, and Reason going to back off very quickly.
Yeah, save coming in from Reason, 2v3 exceL-Infused. Going to work up so well. This was a man advantage in this particular case. So, Reason Gaming, there will be no retake coming on through. It will be the first round on the board for exceL-Infused. Great start from them. It's been a while. But Reason has themselves a very nice advantage into the start of this one. So, buyouts come back. They bolster the economy, mostly down those SMG kills in the start. And, oh yeah, look at that. Lots of money.
Yeah,
look, the buy-up is looking so great for them.
This economy for Reason Gaming is so huge that they can buy into the next 2 or 3 rounds. This is setting themselves up for a really great half. exceL-Infused have got to win 2 or 3 in a row to even force an eco. They're going to have a really rough time unless they do some really serious damage. Now, a couple of nades coming through, but obviously no damage done as exceL-Infused playing passive towards the A site. And they had a bit of success towards there, but Reason Gaming looking a bit stronger now with this 3-man setup. And obviously in the last round they were stunted by losing a man very early to the AWP of Luzza.
Still lots of presence being held by both sides here. Reason Gaming can set up a good defensive. They just need to find the kills. It's not going to happen so far as excused. Find their first once again. Connor takes Thomas. Easy start. 5v4 situation. And a minute still to go for the exceL-Infused lineup here. In towards the apps area. Luzza got a very good flashbang.
Yeah, I love
position.
this.
That's very, very good
this.
actually. That will blind off Cray if he does actually manage to make it land. Meanwhile, Cinder looking for whatever he can. Does spot out Windansky, but he's just peeking back into the middle area.
See, that was a worthwhile risk. It gave him the information to actually go for the rotate. He seems a little bit edgy, so he's not going to go for it, but he's in a prime position to actually get on B site pretty quickly. And with the smokes about to pour in, a couple of flashes from exceL-Infused that they've scrapped left, the defender Karma's going to have a really difficult time, but Cinder's going to chip in. And it was due to that information that he got earlier, peeking through, knowing that there was nobody towards the A site, and they were very close, but they were just before going for that rotate. And Cinder able to call the strat for his whole team, and a beautiful play from Reason there to actually reset the exceL economy. And that's such a crucial round because exceL are going to have nothing left now. They're going to have to go for at least 1 eco. I think it's just going to be the one. Then they'll have $2,100 across the pack, but or $2,400, sorry, across the pack. Connor buying a UMP to level out the money because he had a bit of a surplus, but Windansky is going to have the AWP, and it's going to be a full buy next round for exceL, so not too difficult, but this is going to be a 6-1 scoreline at this point, and that's Reason really storming ahead in this matchup. Especially with a map up as well on Overpass that looked pretty convincing from them, and a weak CT side from exceL, so I'm really, really worried for them right now. I want them to get 7 or so kills on the or rounds on the board.
Connor taking down Cray, basically blind, and now the pistols coming out to play. exceL starting themselves off well, but at this point they know exactly where they're playing, and a crossfire is going to get set up by Thomas and Co. Small angles, easy shots.
I thought he hit that.
Didn't hit that just yet, no. 4v2 now. And the rest of the CTs will just hold back. They know exactly where Wendansky is. They just don't even need to peek. They don't even need to go for it. They can get dinked, sure, but he's on a pistol. That headshot will not be able to take him down. So 6-1, favour of Reason Gaming. exceL-Infused. Buy-up could come through here. It's going to be kind of difficult because exceL-Infused have eXceL and MCK down on their lowers when it comes to the buy-up. So you can see actually eXceL, as a result, is going to opt for the Tech 9 armor, Tech 9 utility play. And MCK is not even going to have head armor with his AK.
So a couple of things to talk about. exceL-Infused, I don't think that their smoke usage is up to par. I think that they definitely could have got on that A site last round. It gifted the position of Pit. There was no pincer player there to counter that push. eXceL's probably actually going to take a kill here, and he does. Salvages a M4 for his trouble, and that's really important since he was the player who just stuck on a Tech 9. And the other thing is, it was a double AWP setup from Reason Gaming, which is pretty unconventional on Inferno. A couple of Asian teams go for it. I know a couple of CIS teams go for it as well. But Thomas making it work, and he's going to receive back to the A site, which is going to give him so much space to work with. But leveling up the playing field is going to be really important for them. They're going to catch Karma off. He misses a really important shot. And this leaves the B site very, very exposed now. Cinder has got to really go huge on Banana. He's got a very advanced position, but it's going to be difficult. He has hit a headshot, and there's no other competition here, so the retake is going to come in quite quickly. And exceL's ruse has been spotted. However, in a 3 versus 3 situation, Reason definitely has a chance, although they are coming all from Banana as the retake engages.
3v3, exceL-Infused. Off a retake here. Reason, 3 men moving in towards the Banana area. Looking for that second the T side, but looking for the 7th is the Reason side. MCK takes first. Laza comes back onto Thomas and looks like they're going to try to stick at Cinder. He's going to get caught off by the crossfire. The double peek coming in from 2 different angles. exceL-Infused know exactly what they're doing.
That B site is so difficult to breach, though, even in a 3v3 situation when you've got that manpower. Reason didn't have the Molotovs behind them to flush exceL out of those certain positions, but you just see the brute bank on Reason Gaming. They can buy up again another double AWP setup, but this is going to wear thin very quickly.
Double AWP setup coming out for Reason Gaming. Oh, good first
see you later
from Thomas. MCK's down immediately, and that's the bomb. I think he did gather the information on where the bomb is as well. Can't do much with it at this point in Reason Gaming because they know that he hasn't committed to either side just yet out towards that T-spawn stairs. They know that for a fact that it probably could be going towards that B site, and if they use the information, combine it with what exceL-Infused are giving them away, because they could be hearing any number of these footsteps here. I think exceL-Infused have been making a lot of noise, so they've rotated a 3rd player back towards the B site. They're going to be using that as a bolster to defensive, and when this push does come in from the T side, which it looks like it is about to do right here, right now, this is going to get very, very messy for eXceL. Flashbang smokes, a little over 1 minute and 5 to go. Molotov to try and do whatever they can find, but there's Cinder on top of the flower pot boost, taking down Wendansky. eXceL comes on through, Loza with the bomb, planting it for Coffins, and now it's a 4v3 retake. This could be very, very good for Reason Gaming. Alternatively, it could not be very good at all when Thomas gets caught out by eXceL's taking down that first man. 3v3 now, and they'll hold out the crossfire, waiting for the push to come in from Reason. They're running out of time. They've got themselves 2 defuse kits, but the AWP and M4s need to land some serious taps here. Connor takes down 1. Karma burns Connor alive. eXceL gets a headshot onto Cray, and now it's all Karma. 1 man to line up several shots, but not going to happen. Laza shuts him down, and that will be a 3rd round on the board for eXceL.
They were some nasty headshots. It looked like Reason actually had a chance there with Biggs previously. It was a 3v3 as well, but they didn't have the Molotovs. This time they definitely did. They, I think that Hoodlum actually kept one back for some reason and didn't throw it straight onto the site, but obviously doing damage onto the player playing oranges. And Reason Gaming, they've gone for a very scrappy bite here with Karma just on a mag 7. He needs a kill or 2 off of this to get the money back that he once earned. And if we have to look at exceL's economy, it's actually wearing really thin right now. They've got no real buffer to work with, so a decisive round here is really important for this T side. Yeah,
6-4 is the scoreline that they'll be looking for. There's a chance they can find it as well. Reason, take a look at this. Mag 7s, P250s, Deagles, 5.7s. Limited Kevlar, limited utility across the board for the entire CT side. And Karma is the main man of the moment for Reason. So there is still quite a decent amount of, well, worry that could be put into the exceL-Infused side, but this time Connor's going to be the man that takes down Thomas immediately to the 5-on-4. Grenades out, could take up Cinder. He's got himself to 5-7, be holding this close range angle. Thomas was able to use this in the last couple of rounds to try to get some serious frags on the board during some rifle buy-ups. Flashbangs out.
Is he going to hear them backing off?
I think he will. He actually might call out the information to his teammates as well.
There's no rotate, though.
No, 35 seconds here they go in towards the A site. When that catches 2 off guard, and that's the A site defensive shut down. Cinder still comes in, takes down 1, but that AK may just be all they will find. They may just run away with that much and call it a day for the Reason Gaming.
What a dodgy round from Reason Gaming. They had so much information on Banana being so advanced, but they didn't really use it. They're still playing Cinder the back of towards the back of Banana, and that's definitely really not what I wanted to see. I'm not even being funny here, but I would like to see Reason take a pause now. I don't want to watch exceL take like the next 5 or 6 rounds because of Reason just like mentally not being in the game right here. Cinder has done a ton of damage, and I told you exceL need a clean round here, and they just haven't got it. With an AWP and an AK save, this is not a good enough round, and Cinder's even going to salvage an AK-47 back, which, yeah, it's going to be important because it means that he can buy full utility, in which he wouldn't have had if he had bought an M4 of his own. So, Reason Gaming just chipping away at exceL here.
Indeed, and this could be a chance of both sides here. Economy is going to be bought down into Cinder and Loza, the richest men on each of their sides. Well, sorry, Windansky is going to be the richest man on his side, 4,800, and Cinder 3,600 for his side. So there is still only a small amount of utility to play with everybody else, and exceL-Infused could still be reset right here. This could be a chance for Reason Gaming if they can just find themselves a good couple of rounds here. No early faces, no early challenges. Once again, exceL-Infused will set up for their default, and that AWP will make its way in towards the Banana site. Here we go. In towards slight amounts of aggression. They've got 2 players over on B, ready in passive angles in case they do push on through. AK in play, the 4 M4s, no AWP of course for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to bring up. They're really comfortable playing this single or even double up setup. We've seen it already in this game, but before the push comes in, they haven't actually been able to afford that. If we have a look at their money, they're really running low. Remember, they were on 10,000 across the board, so they've got to be really feeling the pressure now. That luxury of so much money that they once earned has been dissipated as a push comes in.
Here comes Thomas through the smoke, spots out Connor and MCK. A 5-on-3 immediately for Reason Gaming. And
oh,
they know
a
exactly
headshot
where
as
the
well.
T's come in the dink. Loza, 10 HP. Tommy can really easily shut this whole thing down, and backup's already on its way as well. The T side bolstered and held back towards the apps area. Eccles peeking on through. Thomas is going to hear that. Footsteps come through. Takes himself a 3rd kill. 12 bullets still left in the magazine. Craze backing him up as well. A 2v5. Loza goes falling. And now Windansky to clutch this one out. Will take down Thomas, but Craze poised for his double. And he will be able to find it. 7-4 favour of Reason Gaming.
Not a good enough round, and Thomas absolutely beating them. He's 18-6 right now. He's definitely going to be feeling it. The passive player sat at the end of the pack. He's very quietly sat on the end of the desk towards he's on the end of his team basically, and he's a very quiet passive player, as I said in the previous map, and he's definitely going to be quietly smiling to himself now and really feeling it. You see Reason have gone 4 towards B now. This is a real risk, is they're obviously trying to take Banana control. They've got a lot of map control coming into this, and with rifles this is a brutal push, and Reason, this could be caught out. They're making quite a bit of noise, but exceL with just pistols, this might be playing into their hands here.
Take a look at exceL's kind of knowledge right here. They're held out towards back behind this smoke. They have got Connor in the middle, who is actually towards Mexico, gets tagged down, and actually they're going to catch off the CT side with backstep incoming from several players.
As well from behind.
Eccles surprises Thomas, as you say, a 3v4 situation. Favours to the excused side. And now Reason Gaming will reset back again. They've recovered a couple of rifles, I think, for the T's. So far, this eco, this force buy is working out decently well here, and you can kind of hear it. The chat is going
I can
on.
hear
They're
chat
like,
going as well.
They're
not
right
happy
now,
about
Reason
this.
Gaming
Yeah.
don't sound happy about this whatsoever. 55 seconds, and Excuse look to set up for the A site once again. The hit coming in against 2 players. It will be Hoodlum and Cray, the men to defend, and the smokes out from the site in towards Pit and in towards Apps. And they will run the timer down. Once again, the same utility setup that they've used in the past, also with that flashbang in towards site. It will flash out several players. ekkeL's going to make his way on and through. They will tap their way on through, but hoodlum getting himself the first. Not going to find a second, but still with a 5-7. Tapping his way. Takes ekkeL, looking for one more, but not going to happen. MCK shuts him down with a Tech 9. And now it's all Karma. M4 in his hand. Up against MTK and up against Windansky. Can they find themselves the rifles and set this one up? Because if they can, I don't think Karma has a chance. But with only one M4 in play for the T side, there could still be an opportunity. Crossfire set up, MCK watching the cross, and we'll shut him down. So exceL-Infused will claim themselves a 5th.
That was such a brutal crossfire there. I don't think that there was any chance of Karma even making his way into that site, but a really interesting round from Reason. They pushed 4 players into Banana against Pistols, and they've got to be really feeling the pressure. And it comes down to what I said earlier. They had such a big advantage, and they're really feeling the heat when they when they lose this back. You see, they've got almost no money to work with. That was not the case earlier on in this matchup. They had 10,000 across the board, plus a bit, plus the weapons in their hands. They had about a 25k worth of utility and armor bought up on themselves. But they're taking unnecessary risks now, and I want them to play their game. I want them to get the double AWP setup back out, or at least a AWP towards the B site, and support that with a rifler. However, exceL-Infused, they're playing a very... I don't know if they're taking the fight to Reason necessarily, but I know that Reason obviously definitely feeling the pressure. After a couple of big rounds, it took Thomas obviously to get that quad kill to even get back on the board, and exceL must be feeling it right now. We were maybe staring down a really dominating half. It was possibly going to be 11-4, maybe even a 12-3 for Reason, and that just isn't on the cards now.
Yeah. 8-7 is actually looking relatively likely here for the Reason gaming side. Karma's going to land some serious 1Ds at the very least, but a retake for him in the situation. Just find the M4 and get out. That's exactly what he knows. He knows what he needs to do, and we'll just bugger off instead. So, 3v1 exceL-Infused will have themselves yet another round on the board, 6th. Really bringing the scoreline close for Reason gaming, and Reason... money line is looking kind of
It's
okay.
going to be a dodgy buy, isn't it? They're going to have about 4,000 across the board.
I'm trying to figure it out, because for some players that will actually be closer to 5,000, particularly for Karma and particularly for hoodlum, he might just cross up towards the 6,000.
Well, 6, yeah.
Actually, this buyout won't actually be as bad as we're probably expecting. It won't be great, but...
Well, Thomas is barely going to have any money at all. Cinder's going to have 0 for utility, so this is going to be a really weak... Oh, yeah. This is going to be a really weak round for the Reason side, and yeah, electing to go for this P90 instead. And you see there, they're actually a lot stronger on nades than I thought they would be, to be honest.
Yeah, double up coming into play for Reason, 2 M4s and the P90. The P90 is still a powerful weapon, let's be real here. It's come out the meta, but so far Reason Gaming have been able to use that SMG at close ranges and shut down whatever excuse have been able to throw at them. So, you know, I wouldn't be... Yeah, and the MP9 as well from Thomas in that particular ace. So, you know, there is still an opportunity for Reason. I still think it's actually a relatively strong buy considering what they really have to work with. But exCused are ready and waiting to try and find this one. I feel like if Reason loses next run, we might be seeing the tactical... Well, actually, no, not the tactical. It was actually the last round of the half. But if they lose the pistol, I think we might be seeing the tactical pause come out. But hoodlum, AWP, watching a small angle. ekkeL doesn't expect it. Gets shut down immediately. Now 4-on-5. Favors Reason Gaming. The exceL-Infused have themselves quite a decent amount of map liberties here. Bomb out towards Banana. Windansky playing Lurk out towards top mid. 3 players on the Banana push, ready to move whenever they need to. They've still got time to play with, so rotations can be called. But with all of the exCused players looking to commit towards the site push, this looks like it's going to come in pretty likely. Cinder on the boost. Does Connor expect it? Flashes out, looking for whatever he can. Does spot him out. The pixel takes him down. He's still got to do it with one more player. Karma getting spammed off. We're not going to find anything. Thomas sprays, finding whatever he can. Takes down one headshot, but one headshot is all he will find. It will still bring the man advantage back to Reason. 3v4 retake. Favour to the CT side, but exceL-Infused, they've held out this B site before. They can do it again. They're going to hear some information. MCK just waiting for whatever anyone to push on, peeking through. But Karma's the AWP right there. If Connor peeks out, this could get very, very dangerous. Meanwhile, hoodlum also watching out from the other side. Flashbangs, Connor peeks, gets shut down. hoodlum and Craig coming with 2 kills. Now it's all Luzza. 1v3, 1 peek, 1 pick. That's all they need to find. Craig will challenge hoodlum with a P250. Will take down the headshot, and it will be the defuse incoming for Reason Gaming. They take the half at 8-6.
Yeah, that was looking dodgy for Reason there. They had no Molotovs to force exceL out of those advantageous angles, but it was great support from hoodlum, who initially maybe took those 2 ult picks and then darting in with the pistol in the end, which actually clutched that round through. And like in the end, just like good firepower from Reason to get back onto that site with no nades held back. However, this is going to be a stronger round for them. They're going to have really good utility, which I would like to see them hold back, because I think that they are very sparse with their nade usage, and that's something that they've been doing a lot. I don't want to see a really powerful aggressive round into banana or anything like that either. Reason Gaming should probably play a passive setup and use those nades and the advantage that they've already got by an exceL weak economy to their advantage.
AK's Tech9's AWP for excused. Course full buy, not really much of an opportunity here. They've last round of the half, so they have to go for it.
Yeah.
Connor, Windansky and MCK are going to be playing forward for the T side. Now, double ult setup has been so effective for Reason Gaming in the past 3 rounds. When they got it out on that balk buy, it looked awkward, it looked like it may fail, but in this case it's worked out so well for them that now there is a decent chance for Reason to bring this one over the edge to a 9-6, and potentially even a second map to their favour, which would basically mean serious victory right here. So, let's see if they can make it to the grand finals. 8-6, exceL-Infused, stacking away in towards Banana Bomb on the back of MCK. Smoke at the cross. Here they come. Thomas on the second box, off towards the boost spot, and 2 players will move on through. Indeed, Connor's going to take that first. Eccles comes back on through. Connor with 1 back onto Connor. It's a 3 versus 4. AWP picked up as well. The double up is in favour of the exceL-Infused lineup. When Dansky gets his one out, Connor with the other. And a 3v4 retake. Reason have to go for this. They have to make the moves. And Luzza is watching the cross. He's ready for them to peek on through. And Cinder and Cray obviously going in from the Palace area, trying to see if they can spot anybody on site. Cinder takes down Windansky, so back to a 3v3 Molotov out on the bomb, trying to defend it. Hoodlums takes up hard. Eccles lands the last shot, and Cinder and Cray need to go now. They're being suppressed by the Molotov. The time is ticking away. There's defuse kits, but they've got to find a defuse eventually. No smoke as well. They'll swing around, taking down Eccles, but that Molotov could just seal the deal. Cinder's going to stick it. Cinder's going to stick it. Connor will still take down the kill. AWP shot misses Cray. No time, though. An exceL-Infused did all they needed to do in that round. That was play for time. Played to let the bomb go up, and indeed it will. It will be 8-7, the ending scoreline at the half.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing was actually how exceL got onto that site. Reason gave them so much space to set up all the way through Banana, and Reason, or exceL, sorry, really abused that. They made their way through and had a proper set execute. The rotate wasn't actually quick enough for Reason Gaming, which is uncharacteristic. exceL haven't really hit that B site too much, and they haven't had too much success there. They've, I think that they found more advantages over towards A. However, with this pistol round, it's both teams really, really looking for this one.
Pistol round coming into B right here. 8-7, favour of Reason. T side making their way quickly in towards the A side, Arch side, making their way. And look at Eccles trying to set up the defensive. Actually, he's doing some decent damage, but look at the backstab incoming from Cinder. He's spamming away. He's barely finding the shots. And Cray also connects onto MCK, a 3 versus 5 situation. Thomas taps away, 5 HP on Windansky. And now take a look at this. The CTs are locked out of the A site, and no chance for this retake. Reason Gaming take themselves an advantage that would have been doing so well for them. Luzza takes down Thomas as well, but he's the one man alive in a 1v4 situation. They know exactly where he is. Reason Gaming, I think they know that they've won this one, and indeed they will push on through towards Luzza, try to take that final kill, try to close it out a couple of seconds earlier than they would expect it to be, and try to see if they can just survive with 4 players, 4 Kevlars into the next round. Luzza will still hold a fight.
Oh
nice, my God, the knife almost barely gets the way out of the balcony, but does end up falling to the clutches of the block. 9-7 favour of Reason Gaming.
Yeah, a knife at this point is actually a really big deal. Reason, having had take that, would have enough money to actually buy into the next couple of rounds, and it gives them a really great buffer. People actually really underestimate the impact of a knife kill on a game. exceL going for quite a dodgy buy. It seems a little bit disjointed with 2 of them buying and 2 of them not. Maybe part exceL, part Infused.
Excused. Force buy. Not looking too great to be a CT at the moment.
Oh, there was actually a late buy-up from Connor, who's the third man, to buy up there, so that Luzza is going to have enough money for his AWP. But this is actually a heavier buy than I wanted to see from exceL-Infused. I know that they need to do damage to the T economy, but perhaps just having that money for the opening buy rounds would have been more important. There's a gap in that smoke, and he's doing so much damage. Finds the one dig, does decent damage onto the second one as well. Cray works his way onto that side, but the Deagle's still alive, and Luzza's still roaming. Finds a second. Karma and Hoodlum have got to be very worried right now if that Deagle's going to pounce one more time, and these pistols from exceL have actually frightened Reason away. They're going to back off to A now, as exceL, they could actually go for this rotate. They must think that this is frightfully quiet, and MCK is actually hearing this one. He might catch them in the back. No, is he actually going to do this? Loads of damage onto Hoodlum and Reason. They've got to hold on to this one very tight, as they haven't got enough time to set up perfect afterplant positions. But the Deagle of Luzza, it's roaming and coming back. Karma is in a great afterplant position, actually, so he could peek out with support from his teammate. It's not a direct crossfire, but these UMPs are going to rain out. Karma taking one, his teammate taking the other, and Reason do hold on at the end, but that was great deagling from Luzza. Good damage.
Beautifully done. That was just, you know, even with exceL-Infused not winning that round, they still managed to do some serious damage, and down to a couple of mistakes from Reason Gaming. First off, that gap in the smoke. Secondly, not accounting for the Deagles, and thirdly, trying to push onto those Deagles when you had absolutely no money. Sorry, no money, no health in this case. So, exceL-Infused exploiting the mistakes made by Reason Gaming. Hopefully they won't make it again, but the reinvestment has to come in as punishment for this T side. Now, Pistols, looks like exceL-Infused, they're going to push their way in towards this B apps area. Might just try and see if they can steal one away. Karma could get caught off guard with his flashbang. Will come on through, and actually the entry is out as well, and he'll back off. Takes flick easy, as ekeL's going to get tagged up by his own teammate, but does end up falling anyway to the clutches of Karma. Could look at the crossfire. Corner comes in with a kill, but, you know, 1 for free trade, and the bomb's on its way towards it.
Just Pistol, so this is going to be a clean round for Reason Gaming, but I know we haven't actually given exceL a hard time about that miss smoke, though. They gave Luzza so much space, and how do you miss that smoke? It's one of the most known nades in Counter-Strike, and to mess that one up is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's something that some players, many tiers, do find they end up messing up in the heat of the moment. Like for Reason Gaming, they've got a lead, and in the last round, they almost lost it. So from a mental standpoint, you've got to imagine they are kind of twitchy, they are kind of on edge. So, you know, there is that element of sort of like, right, we need to win this, we want to get this 2-0 over and done with, we want to take down exceL-Infused, we want to go to the finals, we want to be able to sort that out.
So you do think that there is a reason why they missed that smoke?
Oh my god. Even when things are supposed to be at the most serious, dudes,
I just come in and ruin it.
You and John, you're the worst. I swear to God.
You can't compare me to John. John's awful with the puns. They're consistent, but bad.
John is the worst with puns, but you're not that much better. 11-7 is the scoreline. AWP coming out for Luzza and Kobe. Good grenade, doing some damage, but not going to find all of it. Molotov does burn. I think there was a Comma that started burning out towards the banana area, but take a look at how Reason is setting themselves up. Very B-oriented play. One player lurking in the apps area. And Cray, I think, is he making those footsteps? I think he's making some footsteps inside the apps area, trying to pull the rotation away. And so far, it may actually end up working. Here comes the utility out from mid, and they're trying to pull away 2 players. They've only pulled away 1 for the 3-man stack on the ace side. But meanwhile, very aggressive angles being held by exceL-Infused. And Windansky up towards the flower pot boost. Corner peeks. Luzza waiting for a push to come in, but not coming in from Cray just yet. He may end up pushing on towards site, dying, and allowing the rest of his teammates to push on towards B site. No, they're just going to go right now, right here. And Thomas with the first man to fall out towards the site. Corner lines up the second spray, shuts him down. Windansky chimes in with an assist. Cray, meanwhile, on the ace, gets spotted out by ekeL, Cinder, and Karma. Last 2 alive. And Reason the game are going to get picked apart. They get a bomb plant, but they were looking for a little bit more in this round.
Yeah, that was such a half-hearted fate that I'm going to talk about more in a moment. But with this retake coming in, Karma's got to do some big work if he wants to take this one now. Getting AWP though, and straight in the face. Cinder has a great position. He's not being checked by anybody. Going to do some good damage, but it's only one. Could have definitely been a lot more. exceL clutching it through in the end, but out of like 5 players, how do you not check that?
That tilts me on two different levels. Number one, the fact that CTs didn't check that corner. Number two, the fact that Cinder didn't wait for the bomb planter or the bomb diffuser to actually tap it. And
how much patience can you have in that situation?
Mate, that would have been like
the play.
That would have been like, that would have been the snacks trigger discipline play right there. You know, that would have been redefined the whole meaning of trigger discipline, and that would have been huge if Cinder could have found a bomb diffuser. If we just waited out for enough seconds, took down enough players, stalled for enough time, then Reason could have had a chance just to steal that round from underneath the noses of exceL-Infused. But in this case, it is just not to be. All 5 players full reinvestment back in with the 5 AKs, AWP out for Lazza, M4s, AKs for everybody else out on the CT side, and Reason Gaming looking to set themselves up in mid.
Lots of nades used very early for Infused, and they haven't taken a hell of a lot of map control off the back of it. I don't know if that was a worthwhile investment to waste 2 Molotovs onto Banana. I'm trying to think what they're thinking, spending $1,200 to maybe just prevent a rush. They're actually pretty well equipped to take it anyway. I would prefer them to actually keep their nades back and use them on that B site, which is something that really that the Fnatic was famous for back in their day, actually conserving these nades until the 20-30 second mark when the push came in. You had to push through a smoke. The push is now going to come in Reason with a great setup around this site, and exceL haven't taken the map control forward, so Reason moving in now. It's going to have to be some fragging power from Cinder. Does take the first, and MNK does some damage as well. Lazza finds one, have a Reason. They've really taken control of this site. MCK is still on this site though, and he needs to be dispatched off quickly. Reason need to hold this one down, but their after plan positions are far from optimal. exceL actually have a chance in this one, and MCK in a very compromising position, and Connor's snuck his way through as well. exceL might have a chance in this one with the bomb in an open plant. Reason struggling to get back to this bomb site. Cray does chip one back, and with that bomb planted in a very open position, has to take Connor down. Does a triple kill. Cray dispatches of them all, and Reason take one more. That might have been one of the defining plays of this series.
Oh man, so close from exceL and Infused, but not to be. Reason Gaming shut it down, and they may push themselves over the edges. This is going to be Eco Central for the excused lineup here. AKs out, 5.7s, Deagles, USPs for the CTs. Not a whole lot to be working with, and once again they'll set themselves up for standard angles, no stacked sight, nothing of that sort of nature. And Reason look to try and roll their way into the next round here and roll themselves into 13. And at this point for Reason, you know, every next round is not going to happen today. Every next round is going to be rolling forward and forward on towards that match point. 2-0 in the series. Would love to go for the would love to go to the favour of Reason Gaming, and Reason would really love to take it, so they can run into the next matchup. They can run to the finals with a huge advantage. So let's see if they can do it. This round is most likely going to go their way. exceL and Infused have ramped up the pressure, but so far no picks go in the favour of anybody.
This is one of the advantages that we were saying that Radix had earlier yesterday, that they don't have to obviously play this morning. Reason were playing late last night in the lower consolidation final, and exceL here with a really weak buy. Not checking the flower pot boost though. Lazza doing decent damage, but it's obviously not going to be enough to perhaps take a round. MCK hitting some shots of his own. However, Reason did look a little sketchy moving on to that site. exceL just maybe looking to take down Cray, dispatch of another one of these AK-47s. Just damage of the essence.
12-8. exceL's lone man that stands between that. He's not going to really challenge at this point. He's holding out the corner on Banana, but yeah. I mean, what can you say at this point? You know, this isn't really going to be a chance. Is he really going to go for this ninja?
No, he's
not.
No,
he's still not got enough time.
He actually shot the right player as well. Stuck his way in, and loads of damage done. Reason being destroyed by that pistol from behind. exceL's sneaking in at the perfect time, and this has been a great series from him, and especially this map. exceL though, that's going to actually be a really big problem. They're going to have to invest in 4 rifles now. That was looking like an okay round for the CT side, but it turned from okay to fantastic due to that USP play.
AK's out for Reason. exceL-Infused. It says that best of 3 series went to their favour, but Reason won that
true.
first map, so
It's not true.
Ignore that at the top. That's definitely not true. We know that for a fact right here. And AWP from Loza lands a small flick onto Thomas. Not going to land the entire kill, so here we go. 13 to 8. And actually, it will be Connor that finally takes down Thomas. The aggression with the low health is going to hurt them big time right here. 5-on-4 situation. Favour to the exceL-Infused side. CTs will set themselves up, try and see if they can counteract whatever Reason's push comes through to be. It looks like it might actually be another A hit coming in. Worked out well for them so far. We'll not go for it again.
Well, the bomb is going towards B, so I don't know if it's that clear cut just yet. And Reason, they've had quite a bit of success towards B with these set executes, and a man down. I feel like that's probably the best play, especially since they know that the excuse side is possibly going to have 3 players towards A, and that would be a much more tight matchup. But with these nades coming through, they've got Molotovs for the back of B site as well. This could actually be a pretty decent push from them. Loza is going to rotate over, so they are going to have that orb coverage as well in Hoodlum. That position is neutralized. He could have definitely snuck behind the defense, and Loza, without that smoke down, doing so much damage, finding a triple kill, a quad as well. Loza rinsing this T side, and that's just so much damage done. The actual defense on the B side that was posted there, it didn't even have to do anything.
exceL-Infused, a great hold on their side here. Tech9's the Eagles. Double flash smoke, single flashbang smoke, and a grenade out for Thomas. AWP's M4's AK as well out for exceL-Infused. So, Loza, good AWP angles, gets flashed away, so not going to find all the issues right here. Backing away. Oh, this
they're not checking it. They're not checking it.
Oh no, it's going to go so wrong for Reason Gaming. Seemed like they had a chance in hell to maybe bring themselves back in, but not going to happen in this case. Bomb will get planted. Cray and Hoodlum will be the lone 2 left alive at this point. Bomb gets planted. That may be all Reason we're really looking for, but Connor is still fluffing a couple of shots, and they end up giving Reason away back into this round, back into this 14th. Time's ticking away. Smoke will be out. Connor may just go for this ninja. Still takes down Cray. Spots that one more as well. And Hoodlum just trying to wait for this spray. He may land him up. No, Loza just going to peek out and shut him down instead. So, 3 players stay alive. exceL-Infused get themselves up to 10.
I just want to say, Loza's been such a solid AWPer all round. We saw him like wrecking house on the B site that time, and obviously closing it out as well. I think that what exceL need is like a stable, calm AWPer at this point, and Loza's definitely delivering that. You see, he's not actually died in quite a while now. He's built himself up a nice little economy so he can rebuy that AWP if it goes down, which probably won't be the case, as Reason back to pistols again. exceL definitely have a way back into this series now. Oh, Cinder.
Cinder gets 1 kill at least, but it looks like he's going to trade out pretty effectively. The rifle wasn't even able to come into play here, so 2-for-1 trade. exceL-Infused getting themselves into a decent standing right here. M4 does get picked up by Thomas out towards Banana, but bombs on Karma as well, and they're trying to figure out where they really want to go. Hoodlum's got some presence on the site, but only that Deagle is all they've got. The grenade, they're doing a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, so man advantage for exceL-Infused, weapon advantage for exceL-Infused. Pushing in towards the A site. Reason Gaming will try for a bomb plant here, but they're kind of just getting prompted out to try and pull a rotation away.
I honestly don't know why they're doing this.
No, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull
they
MCK
actually,
back
they've
away
actually done
towards
that
the A
successfully.
site. So now they're going to push on through. The calls will be called in from Windansky, and now here comes the entire CT rotation. But Reason Gaming can't really wait to hesitate here. They're going to have to face off against the full brunt of the CT forces. MCK is already in position out towards the cross. No smoke means that they can set up the crossfire, and they can shut down all of Reason to bring Excused an 11th round.
Windansky neutralised that threat very simply just by throwing a flashbang. He delayed that Reason Gaming side on the B site for just a crucial 3 or 4 seconds. They were all fully flashed. It popped right in their faces, and Reason just couldn't get onto that bomb site. They definitely could have swarmed him at that point, and even pistols is great in a B site clutch. On Inferno, that could have definitely been doable had they have taken down Windansky. A big aggressive AWP pick. Loza changing up the pace as exceL take that first kill, and they've been really rolling right now. 3 in a row for them.
5-on-4, exceL-Infused. Huge advantage for Reason Gaming. You gotta think about. you got to think about, like, when are they going to call this pause? When are they going to try and see if they can figure out what's going wrong? Where are they going to try and stop for a second, take the time out, and just be like, right, we need to fix this. We need to sort this out. We need to try bring this one back against exceL-Infused, because this could so easily go to a third map right here. So
yeah, we could be seeing some cheeky Mirage.
Could be seeing some Mirage. Minute to go. Man advantage for exCused. AWP M4's AKs available. AKs, of course, out for Reason Gaming. They've lost one man. This push will become exponentially more weaker than we would expect. Hoodlum does tap, or trying to tap onto someone's head, but just no one there to receive it. exceL-Infused, once again, that aggressive boost and lower angle from Connor and Windansky. This has worked out so well for him before. Is Reason going to check it? Are they going to make the same mistakes in as peeking on through? He's not turning around. He's going to get shut down. Takes down Windansky barely, but Karma is able to get the trade back through. Second one through the smoke. Takes down MCK as well. Cray gets a kill, and now it's Luzza and Eccles. Last two alive for exceL-Infused, and Reason. A huge push could still save them this round, could still save them this matchup, could still save exceL-Infused from going to 12 to 13 and getting closer and closer to that even-Steven scoreline, but we're not done yet. AWP and M4 up for the retake, and it looks like the CTs are going for this right now. Cray out towards Cubby, two players on site, but actually both out towards Dark, so for exceL-Infused, this isn't that bad if they can just line them up. AWP watching Cray, takes the flick, now two players, they're going to take down one.
No.
Oh my god, Karma has just got to wait for the bomb to get tapped, takes down Eccles, now just trying to take down Luzza alone. He's holding passive, he's holding face, and he's going to take the kill in the AWP. 4K for Karma for the entry in defensive. Reason Gaming barely get away alive.
I am spent. How did Karma stay alive for that long? Playing such a passive game in exceL-Infused, couldn't bait him out of that angle. This is what we're saying about how nades, Molotovs are so important, and the pause finally coming in. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on exceL-Infused side. They were doing so well up until this point, and just really not finding their form in that round in particular. They took 3 in a row, but you would normally expect them to have a much better economy than this. Can we see how many players that they survive with in those rounds? 5, 3, and 4. So they survived with a decent amount of players left. They should have built a nice bank at this point, but Reason just chipping away little by little, really doing a lot of damage to this game. And now they found themselves 1 round away for a match point and a spot in our grand final later today. I'm really worried for Infused. I said that I had questions about their CT side. We've seen it all tournament. We especially saw it in the previous map overpass of this series, where they failed to take a lot of map control. And I don't know if that's so prevalent on Inferno. I don't think map control as a CT is as important. Maybe like you don't absolutely need to have a player in apps. You don't actually have to have a player playing mid or anything like that, and you don't need to have banana coverage by any means. But on overpass, I think I favour like toilet coverage.
exceL-Infused now. Going in for that AWP and for a buy once again. AK's out. Except for everyone on the C side, except for Karma. Got himself that 1 UMP. Grenade damage, doing some serious damage to Luzza at the very least. Almost lining up for Hoodlum, but Hoodlum just going to find that first pick onto Connor. The aggression from exceL-Infused could seriously shut them down indeed. Windansky can't get the trade. Thomas takes him out, opens the B site for business. Reason Gaming going to get the bomb down. And more than likely, this is a retake that
they shouldn't be going
really
for this.
Win. What was that? Karma, Thomas, what did you do? What? No. What? No. What? 4v3
and
now.
other two are
and
very,
exactly.
very low.
Reason Gaming, they're so low. Cinder and Hoodlum, 2 HP and 9 HP. But exceL-Infused do not have this info, so they will just wrap themselves back around and run away.
Cinder could be a real problem here.
Cinder going to be a problem. He will hold back out towards the arch side, waiting for exceL-Infused to make a move. He may just try and see if he can take an exit frag. 9 HP though. MCK challenges. MCK going to take him down. 3v3.
A very important kill there.
A very important kill. They took down 1 player, but at the end of the day, Reason Gaming not going to have to be forced to rebuy too heavily into this one.
They can't rebuy. They've got no money left. They've been rinsed in the last couple of rounds, and being reset here means that they're going to have 3,000 each, but definitely not like if the ult was dropped, for instance, or if he took a double kill or something catastrophic like that. That would have been a really big problem for this CT side. Reason now on match point, 4 chances of making it to our grand final, and exceL and Infused have to push this one back 4 in a row with a very scrappy buy. The weapon saved, but apart from that, it's just pistols. Luzza trying to go for that aggressive pick again. We've seen him do it once before on Banana, however not this time. Connor getting aggressive as well, takes the first kill as well. Doesn't decide to go for that AK-47, not taking any risks, deciding that the CZ, it's good enough. And they want to keep this man advantage, have a reason. They don't know where they're going just yet. With the bomb not committed to either of these sites, it could be an A push with a B fate. This is definitely what I'd like to see, but they haven't really got enough utility to go for this fate. They've got just the one Molotov, and obviously if you want to sell a B site push, you want to be putting like 3 or 4 Molotovs on that B site, at least 2 I'd say. Have a reason gaming. Moving into A, they've thrown the fake over towards that position, but Luzza, he's not rotating at all. exceL have seen this before, and Reason, they've got to frag hard if they want to get into this bomb site. It's going to be the charge led by Hoodlum. Moving in, but Luzza's going to do the damage, moving all the way through here. Reason, just take the first kill through the smoke with 40 seconds left. Has to get into this bomb site sometime soon. Hoodlum's going to lead the charge, but Carmen moving in as well. Wendansky should have perhaps done a little more there. This 5v2, now a 3v2 is exceL and Infused. Haven't really got the Molotovs to make their way back onto this site. Cray doing even more damage. This could be a catastrophic round for exceL, which ends the tournament in heartbreak. Karma looking for this is in a 1v2, but this time it's for a spot in the grand final. The Molotov drops, but he finds one. A second headshot as well, as he burns in the flames. They're going to make it to the grand final. Reason, what a clutch to finish it off.